can't get behind the Christian God because he sends some people to hell, and I don't agree with that. Bold of you to assume a moral superiority to God, but let's get into it. While God is sovereign, he also gives us a certain amount of free will. Not an infinite amount, the same way that you don't give a 6-year-old your credit card or a weapon. That would be silly. You give them a certain amount of free will within the context that makes sense for their level of development. But in the same way you give your girlfriend free will to leave the relationship if she should choose, I hope anyway, God doesn't force us to stay with him. God doesn't force us to just be mindless, obedient slaves. He wants us to choose him. He wants us to love him. He has everything. He is perfect. He is the creator. He is infinite. But what can we actually give God other than the one thing he has given us, our free will? And that is God's will for you. 1 Timothy 2:4, he desires all people to be saved and to come to knowledge of the truth. Well, doesn't God know who's going to hell and who's not? Yeah, God's not bound by time. He's not looking ahead, predicting what's going to happen. He is the beginning and the end, infinite to infinite, everlasting to everlasting. Hell is separation from God, who is the source of all things good. So by default, it's gonna suck. Ezekiel 33:11, as surely as I live, declares the sovereign Lord, I take no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but rather that they turn from their ways and live. Turn from your evil ways. Why will you die? God gives us every opportunity for salvation, but he also respects our free will. Isn't that in alignment somewhat with the teachings that you espouse? Freedom of choice and autonomy and the ability to do whatever the heck you want? Oh, I see. You just don't want the consequences of those. Okay, gotcha. Cool. God bless.